All right, hello everybody. KVUE Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here. We have another update on our storm risk coming in for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Still, we're going to have the potential for some severe weather, hail, strong winds, a low but not zero chance for an isolated spin-up tornado, and a minor flood risk. The overall severe threat, though, since we last spoke yesterday, it's gone down a little bit. So I do want to show you that, and then we'll get into the timeline of exactly when these storms will move in. Here's our Wednesday into Wednesday night storm outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. For us, this is mainly going to be Wednesday night with the initial severe weather window opening up around midnight Wednesday night. It is now down to a level 1 risk for Austin, northern I-35 corridor, back west into the hill country. Then we pick things up Thursday morning into about the lunchtime hour of Thursday with another level 1 risk. Again, yesterday, this was a level 2, now down to a level 1. So the severe threat's gone down a little bit, but still, I think we're going to have some rowdy storms. Then the timing, a little bit problematic, I think, right around the morning rush of Thursday into the I-35 and the metro. That could be when the storms are moving in. So we do still have that weather impact alert. This will begin at midnight Wednesday night and continue through noon on Thursday. A minor severe threat and a minor flood risk. Just continue to monitor the forecast, especially if you're somebody who's going to be heading out the door 7, 8 a.m. Thursday morning. I think that is the point when some of those storms will be rolling into the metro. We've been watching this big upper level storm. I showed it to you yesterday. And guess what? It's still in the same spot, but starting tomorrow, this thing finally gets a boot to the east, so the core of it is going to track through the Texas Panhandle. Because of this more northerly track, I think the higher rainfall totals will be parts of North Texas than areas northeast of here. But still, this system is going to help to pull a Pacific cold front through our area, and that will be enough for a line of showers and storms to move through our KVUE area Wednesday night into Thursday. Okay, let's go to the model. So we kick things off this evening. No stormy weather tonight, but a lot of fog. We've got dense fog, drizzle, mist, and even a few showers that develop through the overnight. So it's going to be damp weather for sure. Y'all be very mindful of the roads with the reduced visibility. We're in the 50s tomorrow morning, but watch the temperatures. Today it was like cloudy and cool, just hovering the 50s. Not tomorrow. It's going to be kind of like swampy, muggy, warm feeling, especially given we're at the tail end of January heading into early February. High temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. Some scattered showers developing during the afternoon, but that stuff is still not severe for the afternoon on Wednesday. It's not until about midnight or so when that severe weather window opens. So here's 11 o'clock getting more active out west in the hill country. Then we get into 1 a.m. Severe weather window is open now, and right on cue, Mason County and Orlando County. We'll wait and see how things develop, but that could be the beginning of this line of stronger storms. Once it develops, it will go from west to east. So here's 4 a.m. Places like Burnett down into far northern Blanco County, Llano County, and Gillespie County. And then this is marching eastward. So the timing for the metro, it is slowed down a little bit. And by the way, tomorrow we'll post an updated YouTube video. I'll have the hand-drawn map with, that 3 or 4 hour window of when to expect the storms. I'll get that drawn up. We'll have that for you tomorrow. But as of now, I see right around 7 or 8 a.m. This is rolling in Williamson County, Georgetown, Round Rock, into North Austin, the core of the Austin Metro, down to Buda and Kyle and San Marcos. Stormy weather coming in. And again, just the timing, a little bit problematic. That's when a lot of folks are heading out the door. So I want to make sure you're aware of this and checking in with the forecast before you just head out. Here's 10 a.m. Caldwell County, Lockhart, Bastrop, Lee County, still parts of Milam County. By lunchtime or so, though, this is into the Highway 77 corridor, Fayette County and Lee County. Then afternoon, that is moving out, and there is no sign of Arctic air behind this system. We're still in the upper 60s, low 70s, just bringing in a gradually clearing sky through the second part of the day on Thursday. As I mentioned, the severe threat, it's gone down a little bit, and overall, we're not trying to scare anybody. This is a relatively low-end risk. I have a low threat for damaging winds, low threat for hail, a even lower risk for an isolated tornado, but I always say this, even if there's a brief spin-up tornado and it touches down for 30 seconds and it's weak, if that 30 seconds is through your neighborhood, it's still a big deal to you. So again, it's not something I think we're going to have a ton of issues with, but it's not a 0% chance, then also a low risk for some minor flooding. And that will take us into the rainfall totals. We talked about this yesterday, but there was a point where it looked like, at the end of last week where it looked like this week could bring like 4 to 6 inches of widespread rain. Obviously, that is not the way things are playing out, but I still think most of us are on track from anywhere from a ½ inch to 2 inches. Some could be a little bit lower, some maybe a little bit more than that. I think that these totals probably are a little too conservative across the coastal plains. I think those numbers will end up being a little bit higher. So our global model comparison, GFS American model, says ½ inch to 1.5 inches is widespread, and I continue to think this European model has a pretty good idea. Most of us falling somewhere between a ½ inch inch and an inch and a half, but a few swaths where those heavier storms develop, that could be 2 to 4 inches, maybe even a little bit more. And that's enough for a minor flood threat. Not a huge concern, but some localized minor flooding. All right, tonight's forecast, a 50% chance for showers, and this is going to be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Fog is widespread. Dense fog advisory, reduced visibility, slam dunk guarantee tonight. We'll drop down into the low 50s. Then tomorrow, it's a warmer day, very humid, feeling pretty spring-like, close to 70 for an afternoon high, 50% chance for showers through the day. And then as we go tomorrow night into Thursday morning, that is when the bigger storm chances go to arrive. So 69 tomorrow, showers are likely. Then Wednesday night into Thursday, our line of storms will move through, some of which could be strong to severe. That's why we have that weather impact alert. And then behind this system, as I mentioned, no sign of additional stormy weather and certainly no sign of cold or Arctic air. We're in the low 70s Friday, Saturday afternoon. Sunday afternoon, we're close to 80. I mean, this is our warmest weather in a long, long time. And then we continue in the mid 70s, it looks like, into early next week on Monday and Tuesday again with no additional chance for storms. So that is what you're tracking now. We'll keep you updated on this storm chance. And of course, here on our KVUE YouTube page, we'll have our typical radar loop and live coverage, which will start probably after our newscast Wednesday night. We'll try and get that up around 11 o'clock or so Wednesday night. So if you're a night owl and a weather nerd and you like to follow this stuff, we'll have that online coverage, which you can see here on YouTube or on KVUE Plus, which is our streaming app on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Y'all have a good night, and we will talk to you later.